to make over this dresser. We've had it for a while. I don't know where we've had it. It looks like maybe a Walmart dresser. But we decided it needed a little freshening up. So we are going to experiment today. First thing we need to do is clean it. It's a bit dirty. It's got fingerprints and various things on it. Once we clean it, and we're using a variety.
And also dusty.
Yeah, it's dusty. We're going to clean it. So we have a few different products that we're using. So we're going to clean it with a TSP. This one is by Fusion Mineral Paint. I like it because you don't have to rinse it off after you wash your furniture. And then I'm going to use Debbie's Design Diary DIY paint. I use this a lot for my signs. I've actually never done a piece of furniture in it, but I see a lot of people do it and it looks great.
And it's also it looked like it's gonna be gray, but it's actually
it's white inside. The color is called White Swan. And after we do that, I'm thinking it'll need 2 coats. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Once I do that, and this paint does dry pretty fast, I'm going to put a top coat on it. This one, again, is by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's called Clear Tough Coat. It's a matte wipe on poly, and it is non-yellowing. That's important since I'm using white paint. After I seal it, I'm going to try an Iron Orchid Designs transfer. I've never used one before. I'm really excited about it. I've seen some really amazing projects on YouTube with other people doing them. So we're going to try it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to just leave it as is and just put it across the front, or if I'm going to cut it up and put it in different places. So once I get it painted, I will figure all of that out. I am going to remove the knobs, probably replace them. What's inside it? It's like kind of like a big sticker. Yeah, if you've never used a transfer, they look really fun. So I'm hoping it works out well. First coat of the DIY White Swan. Just remember, first coats always look terrible and in true form. This doesn't look the best. It will look much better after a second coat. It may need a third coat, so we will see. It should take, it says 15 minutes to a few hours to dry. I'm going to give this one at least an hour before I put the second coat on. And if you're wondering if I got any paint on the floor, I absolutely did. But it's no big deal. It wipes up really easily. I actually kept the bowl of water I used to clean the dresser in the first place. So when I got some on the floor, I just wiped it up. It's a water-based paint, so it does clean really easily. Now if you have carpet, I don't know how well that works, so maybe keep it off the carpet. So anyway, this is the first coat. So we'll give it about an hour to dry. Then I'll do the second coat, and then I'll show you what that looks like when that is done. And when we get all the coats on and they're good and dry, I'll put the top coat on, and I'll leave that set over probably overnight, at least 12 hours to really cure up and set before we try to put the transfer on, which I'm really excited about. I think it's gonna be fun. It's kind of like those little things you had when you were little, those books where you like rub on the image and it's kind of like a sticker, but you rub it on. I don't know what they're called, but it's pretty much the same thing, but on furniture.
I got an idea with this. We could get, on its side, we could get paint and then make this pattern.
Make this pattern. We could do that on another project. Nina wants to use the lace as, I guess, like a stencil or like a stamp. Stencil. Might work. Maybe we'll try it on another project. All right, so we'll be back. Hey guys, just wanted to update you. I didn't have to do a full third coat. I just went and there's just a few spots that needed a little bit more, so I just touched it up. So I am now waiting for those to dry, give it a light sand, and then I will put the top coat on. All right. I did go ahead and distress the corners. I just thought it needed a little more visual interest. So today we are going to use this transfer, which is from Iron Orchid Designs. I've never used one before. I'm kind of excited. So you're gonna have to be careful. The one thing that you have to remember is that the paper backing, you don't want to just yank it off. You kind of want to get your placement first. So I'm gonna open it up and maybe. Let go, please. All right. I'm gonna lay it out and then I'm gonna figure out how I want to put it onto my sheet. All right, that side's bent up. However, this that just fell out is the tool that they give you to push it down. So, all right, I didn't think it would be so hard to open. We'll get it. There we go. Sometimes I can be smart. Okay. Ooh, it's fun already. All right, so I'm gonna push this aside here. All right, do me a favor, Nina, and don't. We're just gonna lay this out on the floor. Watch out. And then we can get an idea of how we would. Oh, there's a bird on it. I didn't know there was a bird. I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm always excited.
Okay. So it's super pretty. You can't see it. Hold on, let me hold it up. I'm keeping the backer on. So if I just put it up like this, it actually looks pretty cool. Just like that. Maybe.
Maybe we can look at it.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the placement. I'm going to use some painter's tape to hold it on. And once I have everything situated, I will take the backer off and seal it on. So I'm going to pause the video just so I can figure out the placement, and then we will be back. All right. Okay, so I decided not to cut it. I'm just going to put it on like it is. It's my first time, so I'm going to try to make it easy for myself. So what I did is I positioned it and I kept the backer on so it wouldn't stick, because once you take the backer off, it does stick. And then I just used some painter's tape, stuck it in there lightly. And now we're going to start using our tool. We're just going to start rubbing.
Mama, can we use it again?
No, you only use it once. So we're just rubbing like this.
Can I sign?
Yeah, you can do a little bit here. You can help me finish this dragonfly. So just like this and like this. And you can kind of see as it sticks, it gets a little like cloudy looking, and then you can tell that it's transferring.
So it needs to get dark. All of it.
Oh, it gets a little lighter once it sticks. Maybe I can lift this side. Let's see. Let's just see. Ooh, looky, looky, looky.
Ooh, I like it so
Here, move out
much.
so I can see. I don't know if you can see from here, but we've got the dragonfly on. I'm gonna put it back for now. So I think it's gonna turn out really well. I'm gonna
Because here's the thing we like about this tape, because if you want to see it, you can just
you
take
can
it
peel
back
it off. Okay, so Nina and I are gonna keep on working, and then once we have all of this rubbed on, we will come back with the reveal. I'm
How
so
about
excited.
we do this?
We gotta do the whole thing, so we'll be here a while. And also, if you lose this or you want somebody to help you, I've heard that you can use just like a credit card, any like stiff kind of plasticky thing. So, all right, we're gonna get to work. I just had to show you guys. She's having a blast. Okay, Nina is finishing the very last flower, and then we're gonna lift it slowly from the bottom to make sure we've got everything rubbed down. Any points are sticking or we missed any, we'll just lay it back down and rub over those parts. So let's see. I think we should be good. All right, here's the big reveal. All right, don't touch it yet, Nina.
I'm so excited, Mommy.
Looking good. just gonna go
Wow.
back through.
Ooh, this is turning out good, Mommy.
Clearly I was much more thorough at the top drawer, and then as I got to the bottom, I just wanted to be done. But I didn't do it as well. Alright, these parts are looking good. Just a little something there, but you can really tell, so I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna take this off.
Ooh,
Ta-da!
I like it so much.
It looks really, really cool. Alright, so the next thing I have to do is the seams of the drawers. I'm just going to kind of push those back gently. And then I'll take this towel and just rub over it to just push down any loosey parts. If you see any sticking up with your finger, you can kind of rub it a little bit. So I'm going to get started doing that. And then I'm going to need to find some handles to use because I don't think I want to use the ones I had before. So I'll
Mama.
it up. All right.
I think
She is all finished and I love it. This was such a fun project. So to finish it up, I left you having just done the transfer. So I just rubbed that down to make sure that all the little pieces were adhered. And then I just really carefully with the tool that they gave me, just went along the seam where the drawers connect and just kind of like went like this with my finger to push any that ran over onto the edge there. So, and then I went to Hobby Lobby where they had their handles 50% off. So I got new hardware and it looks perfect. I'm really, really happy with it. And then actually I forgot one step. So before I put the handles on, I did just one coat of Debbie's Design Diary DIY clear wax just to protect the transfer. Put the handles on and it's done and I love it. One thing I didn't mention in the beginning, you might have seen that I didn't use a paintbrush to paint this. I just used an inexpensive sponge foam applicator. And the reason I did that is I was going for a farmhouse kind of look. So I wanted some texture in the paint. Not a whole lot, but just it's kind of just goes with the whole look. So that's why I did that. You could absolutely use a nice paintbrush and get a smoother finish, but this is the look that I was going for. So now we're just gonna do some glamour shots with her and she's all done. So thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something. Maybe I inspired you to redo a dresser in your own home.